Bonjour, mon ami. Do you want to speak French confidently, but you don't find the time or don't find the right people to practice with, and somehow it just doesn't happen? I'm Llyane Stanfield, and you are watching French Minute with Llyane, where you practice with me a little bit every single day for 24 days in a row, while being introduced to my signature program, J'Ouellette Intensif, which helps you reach an advanced level of conversation. Today is day number 21 of 24, and these videos expire from Facebook. So if you'd like to have unlimited access to all the 24 videos, please click on the link in the description of this video, and you'll find there the 24 videos eventually, as well as a very chic bonus that is waiting for you and is expiring in a couple of days. Today, I'm going to give you a sample from lesson number 26, level B. So level B is literally the intermediate level. As you probably know, Alliance Française has these three categories. Level A, split in A1 and A2 is the beginner's level. Level B, split in B1 and B2 is the intermediate level, and we are in the intermediate level, that's 26 right now. And level C is the advanced level, again split into C1, low advanced, and C2, high advanced level. The reason I gave you all these levels is because J'Ouellette Intensif helps you reach the level C1, meaning you are introduced into the advanced level of conversation. So be very attentive to what the way I'm formulating this. It is a level of conversation. We all know that first we can read, then we can understand, and only as a third step and later on we are able to make conversation. Typically people of level B2, for instance, in knowledge of French, they could be a B1 in conversation, even as an A2 in conversation. What I do through the J'Ouellette Intensif, I help you reach the level C1 of conversation, which is a little trickier to reach. Now, I just copied the text under the video, so you see in the comments, and I'm going to read this little sample, then I'm going to translate it, as well as afterwards at the end I'm going to show you the rules of pronunciation, the way that they appear in each word, and how we can read words even if we don't know what they mean, just by knowing the rules of pronunciation. So, si j'avais une voiture, je partirais demain. Si j'avais une voiture, je partirais demain. If I had a car, I would leave tomorrow. Now, this is the second rule of si conditionnel. Some of you may have learned it as si clause, as the second form in the past. So the first form, one of the videos that we already did. So if you want to see the first form, please click in the link of the on the link in the description of this video, and you will find the first form of si conditionnel there. That one is in the present. So in the first form is condition in the present and consequence in the future. In the second form, we are in the past. So it's conditional in the past and consequence in the conditional present. So this right here could be a huge confusion, right? So condition in conditional and condition, and it's in the past, but the conditional tense is the present. And so this has a lot to do with the phrase construction. How do we use these tenses so that I structure the sentence well enough so that people really understand what I mean to say? The way we learn this is by getting used to the pattern. first of all, so the first step would be to master imparfait, which is si j'avais. So the condition is in the imparfait. So j'avais, right? So I need to first master the use of l'imparfait. Then the consequence is in the conditional present. Now I need to master the conditional present, and only then I can mix and match and play together with it. Now, the J'Ouellette Intensif introduces this, but in all my experience with this program, people do need a little time to get used to using these tenses this way in conditional, and it does need a little more practice. So, what the patterns, the way to create these sentences would be, again, master the imperfect, master the conditionnel présent, and then start making sentences very short, just like this one, that reflect your reality. They need to reflect your reality. Every piece of information that is attached to an emotion is carved in stone in the brain. And every single thing that is our memory or our desire is attached to an emotion, good or bad, doesn't matter. And so this is the reason why I'm asking you to make sentences that are actually taken from your life. Another reason why I'm asking you to practice this way is because the moment you are making these sentences that reflect your reality, your life, you already create a repository of sentences that you can literally read and use in your stories or in the conversation that you're making, say you go to Paris in a month or in the summer. So imparfait, the way to construct imparfait is to take the root or the stem, you may know that, from the first person plural, from nous, in the present tense. So nous avons, take away the ONS, and we put the endings from imparfait, AIS, AIS, AIT, IONS, IEZ, AIENT. So this is how you construct imparfait. The only exception is the verb être, which, because is nous sommes, with ES at the end, there's no ONS to take away. And so the root is ET, with another kind of accent, and the ending. So that's the rest. Imparfait is really one of the most regular tenses there is. Now, conditionnel présent. The way we construct conditionnel présent is the root from the futur simple, take away the endings, and put the endings of the imparfait, which I just mentioned. Do not consider that conditionnel présent takes the root from the infinitive, because the conditionnel présent and futur simple are exactly the same except for the endings. The root for the future tense vary a lot for the irregular verbs. You cannot take the infinitive to create the conditionnel présent. Okay, so I'm not going to go any deeper in this, but that's what it is, period. Now let's go for a little bit of pronunciation. So C, be careful with E. The vowel E, the sound E, for Anglophones, always, most of the times, it tends to slip into the I. It doesn't exist in French, and this is why your pronunciation may sound English with French words, because you're using English vowels. So it's E all the time. J'avais, AI is a real pronunciation, it's pronounced E, and final S is always silent, as S is always silent. Now, this is a kind of an extension of the rule of pronunciation that says that the ending consonant is silent, but that is a rule of thumb because it does have exceptions, like noir, for instance. Une, Not much to say here, just final E is silent. Voiture. OI is a rule pronunciation, is pronounced wa. U, if you have any trouble pronouncing this vowel, you keep the lips for U, and inside of the mouth you pronounce E. And final E is again silent. Je, it's pronounced, E is pronounced E because it doesn't have an accent there at the end. Partirai. Nothing special here. AI is pronounced A, is a rule of pronunciation. Final S is silent. Demain. This one, AI, is pronounced A, so it's gonna, because N is ending the word, is the nasal A, so it's demain. Now make it demain. There's a tendency in the popular French to pronounce N as en, like pain. Instead of pain is pain. Instead of vin is vin. When we say vin and vin, and we don't make a differentiation, we don't know if we say wine or wind. Careful, at least at the beginning. Give yourself the choice of pronouncing it like in a standard way, un, or yeah, un. And if you speak with someone who doesn't, then you definitely can put on that particular, specific pattern, speech pattern, and you can use it on, but it's your choice. I want you to have a choice. I don't want you to be forced by the limitation. I don't want you to be limited to anything. I want you to be able to go to Paris, to be able to work with people from Francophone countries, to be able anywhere in the world. That's why I'm coaching, I'm teaching standard French, to be able to do business, to have clients, to be clearly understood. Give yourself the choice to be able to speak with the president of France, or to someone outside Paris or in a province where we're not talking about dialect, we're talking just about accent. So that you can put on an accent, but if you want to go back and forth and you need to speak standard because you need to be understood in a business meeting, then you do have that choice. Stay on your game and keep going for your dreams to become bilingual. Learn to speak Parisian French and break your language barrier. Go to the link in the description and do check out the bonus that expires in a couple of days. Merci beaucoup et à demain. Au revoir.